What's up, everybody? We're here with Travis Washburn, who just top 8 at the Pro Play Tour Miami. He is playing the one and only Launch, the Earthling man himself. So what was your record after Swiss?
I went 4-1-1.
And what'd you play against?
All right, round 1 I got a bye. Round 2 I played against my good old Captain Butters. Sacked the heck out of him.
That guy sucks.
He's pretty bad. Round 2 I played against Red Brawley, 2-0'd that. Round 3 I played against King Piccolo. I won game 1, lost game 2 and 3. Round 4 I played against, I just went through this.
Launch.
I played against Launch. Then round 5 I played against Robert Rizzi. That was my one draw. He was playing the Launch Mirror. And then round 6 I played against King Piccolo, and I 2-0'd that.
So me and then Red all day.
Yeah, it was just red mirrors.
But all right, let's go ahead and get into it.
All right, so yeah, of course, play Launch. You don't know what she does. You know, every time you flip a life, you flip her over and draw a card. And whenever you combo, you draw a card on each side. It's a really, really good leader. Freaking love this leader. All right, so to go with Launch, I am playing a standard 11 flippers. I'm playing 11 flippers because I'm playing a 55 card deck. And I just wanted to kind of keep my ratio going where like for every 1 in 5 cards is a flipper. I'm playing it at 4 of this one, 4 of this one, 4 of this one, 3 of this one. Because this one is definitely like the least useful. A lot of people don't really play this card right. They keep thinking that like when you combo it, you make something 5. But it's when it's on the field and you combo a different card.
Yeah, very different.
I don't know why that confusion is around because I don't think it's confusing, but some people are. Playing this card, drawing a card is actually very, very relevant. I played it a lot of the times today. And then obviously this one's just broken. As long as you're on your front side, you get to combo from your drop. So it's just a monkey ape in your graveyard, which is absurd. I played 2 Gohan. Gohan came in very, very clutch throughout this tournament. I decided to play Gohan over Trunks because in this deck, you really want to go charge red on turn 1, charge green on turn 2. And if you don't, like obviously turn 2, you want to play Piccolo Jr., but if you can't do that, you can play this on 2 for your green. You swing with it, you do Flipper Nappa, and then you arrival Champa Beerus to give it double strike, and it becomes a 30k double strike crit, which is just a really strong play. It's almost better than Piccolo in some situations, because the critical is really meaningful. So it just gives you an alternative play. Plus the fact that it allows you to grab the life that you see is really relevant because like sometimes you'll play stuff like Invoker and other decks that they just won't hit you and you'll flip a card in your life like I really need that card, so you got to play some way to get access to that card.
Yeah, it's almost like a deck searcher almost.
Basically.
You know exactly what card you want is, so you just grab it.
Yeah, there's so many games I saw all 8 life. I'm like, all right, I need that card right there. 2 Dispo. Dispo is okay. It's really just in there to up the green count, but it is nice on turn 1 in some matchups where you like combo this flipper, then combo this, and then you banish this to put this on the board. So it actually becomes live immediately, which is pretty cool. I didn't use it too much for this tournament, but it did make instances where it came up.
But it's green, so.
Yeah, and it's a green card. You gotta have
green
enough
5K.
green cards. Yep, I think I would stick it at 2. 2 is good. Then I made it 1 Silver Bullet Vegeta.
Came in handy, Invoker. Top
it
cut.
did. I played multiple Invokers.
Yeah.
So this
punch
card
through a brick wall.
Yep. So it was definitely mattered. And again, I play the green one because I want to try to keep the red and green count pretty even. I think I only play like 6 red cards that are more than green cards because I'm trying to keep the count even. Because you want to be able to arrive.
Like you can get away with doing a multi on 1, but it just takes you back.
Yeah, you don't really want to do that.
It's a backup plan. And
this isn't like the blue version. This is like, you want to be aggro.
Yeah, this is more consistent in our opinion. That's why he took red green instead of the tricolor.
Then, of course, the monster himself.
I hate this card.
This card is just absurd, man. It just gives you so much pressure. You want to play it on 2 every time, almost every time, which you have so many ways to get it triggered. Like you can dispo out a 1-drop, you can arrival on your opponent's turn, or if they don't attack you, and of course you have Nappa. So you have a lot of ways to get to that on turn 2, another card on the field to do the alliance. So it's super, super relevant card.
For those of you who don't know what it does, it is alliance. It does double strike, and then when you alliance a card, meaning you rest mode any red or green cards on the field to give the power to that card, you draw 2 and then burn a life to your opponent. So he's essentially a triple striker in a way.
Yep, and then you draw 2 no matter what, regardless of their life's at. So the fact that it only burns their 3 or higher isn't like you still draw even later in the game.
Cards like Gogeta Acrobat, you can do quad strike basically. Yeah. It's pretty gross.
And this card is like during Team Wars, I actually played a lot of different decks. So I had against I can't remember if it was against the Blue Vegeta or against the Frieza, but like I literally swung with this, and I had like double Gogeta, double Nappa. I got it to 101,000 with just Alliance. I still had a 12 card hand. It was 101,000 double strike.
I also like the fact that he's a 16K.
Yeah, 16 is really relevant.
It's a really dumb number.
Because your opponent can't just swing a 15 at it, and a lot of the times if they do, you just combo a flipper in like 21. It's like, card is absurd. Right. Then, of course, you play good old Nappa.
One of the best supers out there.
It's the best super for sure. You almost always want to go with, when you're comboing your launch, you want to combo flipper first, flip over, and then combo this card second. Is almost always the card, even if you don't have the arrivals, it's the most useful card to be the second combo. And it obviously allows all your arrivals. Then, the good old boy, I decided to main deck 2 Meki Kabura. This card is just good against everything. Against Invoker, you call like the Victory Strike. Against Red Broly, you can stop their entire chain because you just call the piece that they need next. Against Dark Broly, they literally stop their turn. So it's just worth main decking. I actually main 2 in almost every deck I play now.
Yep, I think it needs to be.
Because it's just good against everything, and there's no reason like not to play it. I did debate actually playing a Dragon Ball to make it once per turn like.
It feels
useful.
good to do it though, to get a Dragon Ball, but obviously for your deck, I think you're more consistent.
But you could also play a red Dragon Ball or a green Dragon Ball, which makes it actually pretty cool. But I don't know. Maybe it's an idea to mess around with. 2 Tao. Tao, if you control 3 battle cards, you play him for free, and he has crit for the turn. He's another really good target for Champa Beerus, because he gets, double strike crit. The fact that I'm playing 2, I thought about playing 3, but like in this deck, a lot of the time you'll play this for free. You'll swing crit, you'll play Bardock and Beerus, swing with them, and then you Belmont this away, and then you just play the other one, and you just keep going. It's a super good card. You could probably get away with 3. It's just, 3 Helping Blast. It's another green card, which is just super relevant. And it's another way to trigger Piccolo Jr. If you didn't have any other way to get on the battle card field, you play Piccolo Jr. too. And then if you have a multicolor battle card in play, he can be played for free. He is a revenge blocker.
Which is relevant, especially in the Unison update.
Yep. So it's super good. And it's just another Alliance target, if you can't have another way to get a play.
For those who don't know, they just changed up the rulebook saying revenge works against Unisons, so it'll remove a marker.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. We'll see what happens with that. Then we got 3 Beerus. Beerus, just super good card, green card. Whenever you discard it, it comes into play, so you can play it with the Overrun Bardock that everyone pretty much knows the combo for. And like again, because he is Suedo unique, Tao is Suedo unique, you do the same thing where you play the 3 of them, and then you pop them, and then it gives you more room to just play another one somehow.
Yeah.
So that's super good. The 1 of Champa.
Always gotta have it.
Yeah, I just gotta play 1
Never
Champa.
not had it.
Yeah, and it's super relevant because one of the best things in the deck is you can play the Secret Rare Kai for 1, and then play this for 1, and it's just a 2-mana 50k double strike.
That's pretty good.
That's just absurd. So yeah, Champa. And a lot of things can't stop leader swings, so you Champa on your leader. 1 black Bardock. I only play 1 of this because I actually hate the fact that he's 0 combo. It's really annoying. A lot of the decks I play, I try to play mostly 5Ks.
Anyone who knows Travis knows extra cards are less than 5, and 10Ks are probably just 2 or 1.
Yeah.
There's literally 2 in this deck, besides your supers.
Well, this deck you have to play 10Ks.
Oh, sorry, besides multis.
Because of multis.
Yeah,
so like,
sorry.
I like my old decks, my pan decks with that, I like playing like no 10Ks. 10Ks, I hate them. But this card, it's relevant. You get it off a double strike crit, or you get a burn off a Piccolo, you play him for free, and then he's a double striker that if they counter, he untaps, he can swing again. I actually drew it a lot during like my top 16 match against Invoker. It's super relevant in the matchup because it's just more swings, which is what you really need to do to kill them. 3 Belmont. You play it for free by killing 3 of your battle cards, and it kills a guy. The destroying effect is actually something that people don't really use. Like they don't think about. That's not why they think about this card. They think of this as an extra attacker. But popping a card is really relevant because you kill blockers. So like I had a game in Team Wars against Dark Broly, and after my attacks were through, he had the 6-drop blocker on the board, and I just go before I still had like the Piccolo swing, my leader swing, and a Gogeta. I just popped my board, killed his blocker, and it's like, yeah, well now you have nothing. So it's really that comes up, and also it works whenever this card is played. So like worst case scenario, like if you're like in a really like desperate situation, you can hardcast this card and kill a guy. It happens. So just remember that. 3 Champa Beers. I don't have foil ones, I'm sorry. This card, I decided to play 3 of this, and later on I'll play 3 Gogeta, because the killing 20k or lower is actually pretty relevant, like in the mirror match. Because like the red-blue launch, we're playing coolers, which are 5 drops. You can't pop them with Gogeta, but this pops just 20k or less, so it pops cooler. And the fact that it gives double strike to a battle card is pretty good too. So I decided to play 3 of it, and I actually really like the ratio of 3 and 3. Then we got 3 Bardock. You really want to play the Bardock Beers combo, and you draw so many cards that it's definitely the go-to overwhelm in the deck. You can play bigger overwhelms like Fu, or like Scientist Fu, or not Scientist Fu, Banisher Fu, or like the 10-drop Fu. But you really want to rush people down.
Yeah, this was just like the combo of Tau and Belmont. It just extends it so much.
Yeah, it's just extenders. You want to try to kill people in like turn 2, turn 3. So it's just, you want to play 3. You may even play 4.
This is also a deck you just almost do it like every turn in a row. Because your graveyard fills so fast between your turn and your opponent's, you just have a draw 2 every turn. Yeah,
you're going to just draw a lot. I played 2 Topo in the main. I actually don't like Topo, but it's good against King Piccolo.
Meta necessary.
And it's okay against
Dark
Broly.
You faced 2 of them, and then Broly, you played another one of those. You played my dumbass, and then...
Yeah, and then obviously in teams, I played against Dark Broly and stuff, and it was really good in that matchup. It's really good in the mirrors, so it's definitely a really good card. But I don't know, you just kind of have to play it. But I still don't like it. It's just, you want to be aggressive. Leaving 2 up sucks. I only played 2 Acrobat. Acrobat, you play him for free when you arrival a 5-drop red-green. So when you play the Gogeta, you can play him for free as well. And whenever he is used as your alliance target, you burns an extra damage. So like like we were saying earlier for the quad strike, with the Piccolo, you swing with this, you alliance this, burn, and then double strike. So it's basically a quad strike on turn 2.
You can also auto it to where like they're at 3 life, so you burn with Piccolo first, then Gogeta second to get them down to 1 life.
Super relevant. I only play 2 though, because like you don't really need that. It's pretty much just a 1 more. Because you want to just do like a ton of attacks. Yeah. So the burn is just an extra 1 more, but it's also really good if you play against like Baby or like Hachiak or like some of the like other slow decks. The burn can like just win you the game. So it's definitely worth playing. I think 2's fine though. I don't think you need to play 4. Then I played 3 Gogeta. As you can see, I played a 3-3 split with the Champa Beers because I feel like just Champa Beers is kind of better in this format. But this card, it's a double striker, kills 5k or lower, and it enables him
4 or lower.
4 or lower, sorry. You're right. I even said that earlier. But yeah, so it kills 4 or lower. So it's a good card. The double strike is really relevant. I like Gogeta. And then the best secret in the game, Kai. This card is stupid. I
hate this card.
It warps unisons. That's what you need to know. Like the rest of the card is really good. I did just play it and swing with it multiple times against the Evoker matchups. Like when I played Sublet in top 16, and I played against Legends in top 8. So yeah, I played back-to-back Evokers in top cut. I didn't mention that earlier when I was talking about my Swiss matchups. So like it's a 40k swing. My match against Sublet in game 3, I played this swung and just went to like 65, and he couldn't kill it because he death beamed it to 30, but it's 40k, 10, yeah. 40k base. So yeah, everyone should just be playing Kai. I think this is the best secret in the game, unless you really need a specific secret rare like the green decks play Monkey. But I think this is almost everything.
Not a Celestino deck. It's just Kai.
Yeah. And then 2 Rays in the main. My only extra card. It didn't come up that often, but you wanted it in there for in case you play Dark Broly. It's okay against like the red-blue launch because it stops coolers, and it stops like Fu the Dark Banisher, which is Ritzy was maining it. So like every time he fooded me, I raised him, and
I miss the days where I ran 2 extra cards. Now I run 14.
Yeah. Okay, and then we go into side deck. Side deck, we have 2 more Violet Rays.
Dark Broly.
For Dark Broly, yeah, against that matchup, you want 4 in the deck. It's just, and against like Invoker, you could put more in if you're really scared of Victory Strike. I didn't do that, but it's just more hard negates if you really want to make sure you have them. Maybe I should have done that. I don't know if it would have changed anything. Legends is just really good. Then we have 3 Shu. I fucking love this card. Sorry about this.
We don't care about that picture.
It's just so good. It's mostly there for Red Broly. If you win the die roll, you side this in, and then when whenever they play any 5k or lower, you counterplay it, so it stops all the 1-drops, it stops Ba, stops Paragus. But it's also really good against Sin Shenron, because the Dragon Balls are unaffected by effects, but only when they're on the field. So if you counterplay the Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball goes straight to the drop, and they can't go off. Also, if you have this in hand and you just kill their 9-drop, you can play this in response to the 9-drop dying, and they can't bring the ball back. So like it's just super good in multiple matchups. I don't know why Bandai didn't make it foil. I'm a little angry about that, but shoot.
This is one of the best cards in the game.
It is. 2 crown. I need foils. This card, if your opponent has 2 energy up, you get to look at their hand, discard a 20k or lower battle card. Super relevant against Invoker, good against the Blue Baby, and just a lot of other like random rogue stuff.
Because no counterplays tap out anymore. They're all free.
A lot of decks just
so you're not going to
leave all
stop
their
it.
energy.
It's just give me your hand.
Yeah, it'd also tell you when you're about to lose the game, like when I played it against Legends and just looked at their hand and got sad.
Initiate Scoop Phase.
Basically. But it's a really, really good card. It's really more... sometimes they're more afraid of this than anything else, because they get knowing in their hand and discarding like the Vegeta or the Goku can mean a lot.
Plus, no one thinks about this card anymore.
Yeah,
I really feel like it's like not out of the format. Like people run it, but no one just plays around it. Like,
no, a lot of people like stopped playing around it. They just don't.
Because no one's gonna tap out. Like, oh, I need this Topo up. Oh, I'll tap out though, so I don't get Broly.
Speaking of Topo, it's very good, and like against like King Piccolo and stuff, you can play it, stop Topo. You can also hit the free counter that they have, the Piccolo Jr. So like it's a lot of good targets for it in that matchup too. Then I play one more of each silver bullet. I played 1 red, 1 green. Or 1 red, 1 green, just so that you kind of fix your ratios. So like against the Evoker decks, if I need to side out a red card, I'll side this in. If I need to side out a green card, I'll side this in. Just depending on what I want to take out in the matchup. And that gives me 3 total silver bullets. So if you play against Blue Baby or something like that, you just put all 3 in. It's just a good number and just gives you options. 2 Kaioken. This card is obviously mostly for Invoker, but it's also really good against King Piccolo. But not for the discard effect, but just for the cast effect. Just pay it for 3, kill their board. Which is funny as it could be against Legends multiple times.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
He just casted it on me and killed my board, and then I casted it on him and killed his board.
Yeah,
and he casted his. So we just played it for the effect of playing it. Like he killed my board, I played it, killed his board.
You thought you'd fight Invoker and you'd have to be doing board removal.
Yeah, it was like, what just happened? Yeah, this card's really, really, really good. Then I play 2 Dark Mana Shifu. This is for if you really want to side deck into like slower matchups.
And Dark Broly.
And Dark Broly. You play it into that matchup. And I like a lot of other things, like against a lot of like weird tempo decks. After game 1, I sometimes would side out 1 Bardock for 1 Fu, so that I have 2 Fu, 1 Bardock, or 2 Bardock and 1 Fu. Just trying to have like an end game finisher, because now they're going to side deck in more negates, more ways to slow down the game. So you're going to get to turn 4 more often. So I just, it's just a good finisher in the game. Like Ritzy he just mains them his build, so like it's just a really good card to play. And then 2 Bulma. This card is literally just here because if you play Gohan, it's a blocker unison. It's something you can put in. Gohan is obviously an abysmal matchup. Red doesn't have good answers to Gohan. But like if you play this on 1, give it a +1, they either have to waste both their swings on this, which will leave you at 8 life, which is good for you. Or if they don't kill it, you can just keep it alive, and then the next turn you can have it backed up like by a Topo or something to try to stay alive. And then if you make it turn 3, you can try to Kai somebody.
We hate Gohan around here.
Yeah.
Fuck Gohan.
2 of my teammates play Gohan. Whatever.
So all in all, top 8.
Yep.
Weird day facing just me and then all red decks.
Yep.
So I mean, best deck to face when you know everything in red because you're Travis.
Oh yeah, mirror matches.
So you know everything to know about red. So it's pretty easy from there.
Yep. And then top cut, double Invoker.
Those are red too, so they're
That's
half
true.
red. They're half
That's
red.
true. So I got through 1 Invoker, but getting through 2, man.
I mean, getting through Legends is a different breed. You faced like 2 of like the most big
Invokers.
brain players in the world. The 2 guys known for Victory Strike.
Sublet and Legends. So like overall, it was a really great event. I was really happy, like overall, like the deck ran perfectly. I literally don't think I'm gonna change a single card, except for the only thing is I might put "Is that all you got?" in my side deck. I meant to side deck it, and I just forgot about it the night before the event. I don't know which card I would cut, but it's just really, really good for like other launch decks and for King Piccolo. But other than that, the main deck I would not change. It is exactly what I want it to be. I'm very happy with it.
Absolutely.
All right.
Killed it. Another good deck.
Yep.
We'll see you next time.
Shout out to the boys.
Gamers are us,
Gamers.
baby.